Morning.
So, let's see. I am 44. I'm a single parent. I'm a speech pathologist. Um, I live in South Carolina. I, yeah, that's pretty much me. Pretty
Okay.
simple.
Okay. Were you a lifelong South Carolinian?
Yes, I've been in South Carolina my whole life.
Where,
I've
where-
I live in Irmo, a little town outside of Columbia. For a while, I moved to Beaufort right after college, but I attended college here and graduate school as well. So yes, I've been in South Carolina my entire life.
so you're a gamecock. You're not a
No,
tiger. You're not a hornet. A
no,
yellow jacket, whatever
no,
Allen is.
no. I went to Columbia College, so I'm a
Oh,
koala.
Columbia
Koalas.
College. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
I have many fond memories of Columbia
I
College.
bet you do. I bet you do. And
Oh,
they have
Captain
they have
Guard from there.
they have men there now, so it's not. I don't.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
not
think
like it used
it's.
to be. Mm.
No, it's not the same environment. And then I did graduate work at South Carolina State. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. But I'm a Clemson fan because my daughter attends Clemson. So
Okay. What year is she in?
she is a sophomore, but she's deciding on her major. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When my oldest went to college, I told him, I said, I'm not paying $1 million for you to figure out what you are, what you want
Yeah,
to do.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
he went the community college route at first, and he just this past in 2023 he just got his bachelor's in psychology. Took after his mother. Hey,
Okay.
being a chemistry guy, I don't get too many people that follow me. So,
Okay.
what made you get into speech pathology?
So actually, my father is a stutterer. So when I went to college, I was looking for a um an elective class to take, and so it was listed. Stuttering was listed as an elective. So I was like, well, let me go figure out, why my dad stutters and how to help him. And so I went into the class, and my professor was like, this is like a whole major. And I was like, really? There's a whole major to teach people how to talk? Well, that's interesting. So I went home and I read about it, and I was like, oh, well, I speak pretty well. So let me see what this is about. It was interesting. And so, 20 some odd years, about 21 years later, I'm still here. So I work with children are my specialty. So I've been doing that for over 20 years. Birth to three population, well, birth to five population is who I work with now. And I also work with brain injured adults. So people who may have car accidents,
Traumatic
and
brain injuries.
traumatic brain injuries, right? Anything that involves bumping your head. And then I also work with the geriatric population at a nursing home. So stroke victims or, those who have also just suffered a fall because of age or different things like that. So swallowing difficulties often. So yeah.
Some people say I bumped my head, but hey,
I can't help you, Andre. I
and, and,
can't.
and I did just quick fact, when I was a teenager, I had a bit of stuttering issue.
Oh, okay.
But that was more because of nerves. Whenever I was around a pretty girl, I would stutter. But
Right.
I got over that. I got over that real quick because
Okay.
that ain't sexy. With all this sexiness, you gotta keep it smooth. So
Make it smooth.
we had a phone conversation about 2 months ago where we were talking about just different things and how your journey was going in finding someone. I just like to talk about that a little bit and where you are now. When we first started talking, just casual chat, said, hey, how was your date, how does your dating life going? Just a question. And you said
I think I said it was going horribly, right? Yeah.
something like that. Something like
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
probably horribly. And I'll probably say some other choice words that I don't want to say in public, but
I leave that one alone. I leave that one alone. And well, you were you were actually actively dating, and you had a date lined up that week with a
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
and you said that everything on the phone you met on Tinder, or
No, not on Tinder. No, I was not on Tinder.
was it
No.
Bumble?
But okay, so I was on Bumble and then I joined Upward.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Tell me about Upwork. I never heard of it.
So Upward is the Christian dating site. So I think when I was speaking to you, I had just joined Upward. So I was going out with a guy I had met on there on
Okay,
Upward.
okay,
Yeah. So they were advertising it. So I thought I'd try it. And so I gave everything a month. So
okay. That's hey, you got to start somewhere. Dip your
yeah.
toe. Dip your toe. So quick question. The guy you had a you did a y'all did a yeah, obviously y'all matched. From the match, you had a couple of online talks, and then you had a how who gave their number first?
So he sent me his number first. That particular date, he sent his number first, and he was like, just call me. We exchanged conversation back and forth a little bit, and then he just kind of sent me his number, and he was like, call me. And so that particular day, I do a lot of traveling for work because I do supervise some therapists. So that particular day, I had a lot of driving to do. So I called him because I was just kind of in the car bored. So I called and I was like, let's just have a conversation. So we ended up talking for like several hours, and it was a good conversation. So I was like, okay, well, yeah. So then we just kept talking and talking and talking. And so then it was like, well, let's meet. And so we met.
Did y'all meet in a public place, private place,
We
Netflix
did.
and
I don't
chill?
meet anywhere. I don't meet anyone in a in a private place. No, because you might be a serial killer. That's crazy. So so yeah, so we
I've
did
been told.
meet.
I've been told. I be slaying.
You be slaying. We met at a restaurant, and so he actually that was the one. He was from Atlanta, so we met in Augusta, so it's pretty much like halfway,
Halfway.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Lived in Augusta for many years. I know that.
Yep, so we met in Augusta and met halfway, and I didn't feel like we had the same chemistry in person that we had on the phone.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, did it did he match his pictures? That's the first thing I have to ask.
Yes, he did very much look like his pictures.
Did his
He did.
voice
Yeah.
did his voice match his pictures?
Yes, his voice did match his pictures because actually, yeah, his voice matched his pictures. Because on his profile, he had like a voice memo. So I knew what he
Okay.
sounded like before I talked to him on the phone. So I mean, so he was the person when I met him in person.
Okay.
He
So,
was
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say. So, where did in Augusta? Where did y'all meet?
We met at this Trinidadian like vegan restaurant. It was very good. It was very
Oh,
good.
I gotta next time I'm there. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I'll send you the information, but it was very good. One of the things that connected us was when we were talking, I don't eat a lot of meat, and I try to eat pretty healthy. And so we were talking about that because he was kind of on the same kind of path, you know? And so so that was why that restaurant was like our choice pick. And
Okay.
so
Okay.
um, yeah. But like I said, when we met in person, it just wasn't the same like energy. It was weird.
So, what did you consider a red flag out of that guy?
Okay. So, well, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so all right. So you like my adopted cousin because.
Yeah.
So one of the things was when I started telling you about him because he has like a multiple children and
Red
he has
flag.
been married, right? Huh?